Hey, everybody, welcome. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how good it is to be back with you all. Hi to everyone on Instagram. Thank you for all your messages. I've been reading them while we've been waiting here. So thank you. And welcome to Countdown to Riches. In this live, I will be answering your questions about money and sharing how to change your circumstances around money. And that's why you're all here, right? We also have a big announcement coming up about my new book. And that announcement's coming up soon. First of all, I just want to tell you a couple of things about money that are really important to understand. So let's get clear. Plenty of money or a lack of money comes down to one thing: our mindset. And our mindset has been created by thought. So it's no big fancy thing. The only way to constantly have plenty of money is by having a wealth mindset. So many of us, including myself, have been brought up with a scarcity mindset, which is given to us by well-meaning parents and society. And so it is absolutely essential to change that mindset from scarcity and lack to a wealth mindset. So how do you do that? You do it the same way you got the scarcity mindset in the first place, through thought. I did it, and I tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. All you need is for me to share the things I did that changed my poverty mindset, which is what it was, to a wealth mindset. And I have shared all the things I did in my new book, my latest book. So I am absolutely thrilled to announce my new book. And the title is, and I was going to try and get you guys to guess the title, but instead I'm going to tell you that the title is Countdown to Riches. Right? The title that was right before your very eyes. And Countdown to Riches is 21 days of wealth attracting habits. That's what it contains. And these habits and practices are what I created and what I did to go from truly a poverty mindset to a wealth mindset. These are proven, and they're so easy to adopt into your daily life. And plus, they're just a whole heap of fun to do as well. So I'm going to share one of them with you during this live. So please don't go away. Stick around for it. I want you to have it because the book is coming out later in the year. I wish I could say to you right now, but I can say to you, you can pre-order it, but I'm jumping ahead of myself. I want you to watch, and my auto cue gorgeous Katie May just went, what? She's like jumped all the way down there. Countdown to Riches is not any ordinary book, and this is what makes me so happy when we create a book, because we are always breaking new ground at The Secret. And so Countdown to Riches book contains audio of hundreds of wealth affirmations spoken by me. It's also presented in such a way that it's absolutely effortless to read. It's a real joy, and it's perfect, therefore, for all the non-readers in the world. Countdown to Riches guides you through 21 simple, proven daily practices that can completely change your financial situation and take the stress out of money for the rest of your life. And you know what? With all my heart, I could not wish for more for all of you. I probably wish health first, and then I wish this. Countdown to Riches is the first in a series of 3 books, and it's being released November of this year. You can pre-order it now and get ready for the list. Amazon, Harper Collins, Audible, Amazon, because there is an audio book of it as well, but you get audio in the actual book. So just remember that. Barnes & Noble, who I absolutely love, Libro.fm, Apple Books, Apple Audiobooks, Walmart, and Target. So if you're struggling with money, or if you don't have more than enough at all times, then I tell you, This book is what you absolutely need to have. And if Nick would just let Katie May scroll, it would be really good.
We just put up the website.
Good.
And we were trying to scroll, but OBS isn't letting us scroll.
Okay.
So that's the secret website.
And they're seeing it now?
They
They
were.
were.
Just a moment
Okay.
ago. We just took it back down. We can put it back up. This is what it looks like. And the address is thesecret.tv.
Yes.
/
secret.tv / countdown
-to
-to
riches.
riches.
We'll put it in all the
That's
chats.
complicated.
Okay.
I bet you got all that, right?
Yeah, we'll put it in the chat.
It's going to be in the chat, so you'll have that. That's to go to the website and check out everything about the book, right?
Yeah, and also where you can buy it.
And where you can buy
it.
And pre-order. Yeah.
And all of the international locations you can get the English version.
Yes.
And then there'll also be some languages starting to roll out for pre-order too.
Some languages will be rolling out, and I want to tell you about that because this is the part that's really exciting for me, is that Countdown to Riches audiobook, which I've already recorded last week in studio, will be available in my voice in all the languages that it's translated into. This is a dream come true for me. It's only early days, but already we're up to 11 languages, which makes me so, so happy. And as Nick said, those languages, those territories are going to be able to order in English as well from our website. So you know what I was thinking, guys? Like, I don't know, I ordered, dishwashing detergent, and I ordered like a box of 6 of them, and it came to $35 or something. And I thought, our books are never like even that amount of money. They're like in the 20s, and or less, or less. And I'm like, like, it's priceless what you get. It's life-changing. So, look. This is so cute. This is so cute. This is what I want it to be like for you. This is what I want. This is what I want everything to be like for you, so you do not have to worry about money again, and every single one of you deserves it. So let's do some questions, because in the questions, remember, I'm going to give you one of the tried and true practices from Countdown to Riches. So also want to thank everybody, by the way, at Harper Collins, who we're publishing with. It's a real joy to be with them. They also published for us The Greatest Secret, which, as you would all know, is just like a very special book to me. So it's really wonderful to be back with them. And yeah, so
Gil just pre-ordered the book.
Who?
Many people are.
Yeah, people.
I would be too. I would be, guys. I am so inspired by all the practices that I did that I'm doing them again. Like I'm just like, they are so easy. You will see when I give you the one during the questions, you will see. I'm not asking you to go out and dig trenches. I'm not asking you to go and get a third job or do anything like that. I'm asking you to use your mind. That's what I'm asking. All of the practices are mental. They're having you use your mind, and nothing could be easier. So, Virginia from Virginia says, what do you find to be the best way to get rid of blocks surrounding money? Honestly, lots of practicing, doing practices every day. It's what I did. There was not a single day that passed that I was not doing multiple practices, and you will be able to do the same with Countdown to Riches. In the meantime, what you need to do is watch your thoughts, and don't let a lackful thought about money of any kind take root in your mind. To stop those thoughts, you need to deliberately think of prosperity and abundance and make believe and pretend. All of those things. A wealth mindset comes from thinking thoughts of prosperity and abundance. It's just as simple as that. And everybody's different, in the way they've been brought up in terms of their mindset, or how, what they really believed. And and how much they struggled for money. Everybody is in a different situation. However, everybody has the same path to change it, the same path. And if you were dedicated, as I was, then, for the rest of your life, then you're not going to have any concern about money. Eliza from England, I understand about not holding on to money in order for it to flow. But my mother-in-law is the tightest person I've ever met. I hope she's not watching. And yet is the richest person I know. She laughs that she can't spend money quick enough as it's constantly coming in. But she doesn't give to anyone. She will ask me and my husband to take her somewhere as she can't go on her own and says, I'll pay, but she never does. Time and time again, we are out of pocket when we take her out. How does it work in her case? I just don't get it. Well, I don't blame you for that, but it's actually really quite simple. Your aunt has a wealth mindset, and so she not only attracts money, including having people pay for her, but money sticks to her. She is one money magnet. Allowing the money to flow through you is more for those who are wanting to eliminate a lack mindset, because if they're holding on to the money, it's saying there's not enough, there's a lack. So if I were you, I would listen to your aunt's words, listen to the way she talks about money and the things she says, because that is one wealth mindset that she has. Ask her to teach you how to become wealthy and stay wealthy. I would. It's just as important for you to get a wealth mindset, especially when you have a mother-in-law, I think you said it was, a mother-in-law who is so wealthy. Focus on you, change your mindset to a wealth mindset, because I can promise you this, when you have a wealth mindset, you will see different actions from your mother-in-law around money. Okay? I promise. It will be different. So you'll know how you're doing because you'll see things change, which is always good, right? Renelle from Canada, how do I convince my husband to have a good relationship and be positive about money? Pardon me. A few people have asked this kind of question. For anyone whose partner is coming from lack, all you can do is be the example of abundance and let your partner see how you attract money effortlessly. You do that and he will be interested. You can attract huge amounts of money to you despite what he's feeling. The universe knows how to do it. It's not your job to work it out. It's got it covered. So just focus on you. That's the really good part. We don't have to change anybody else. We just got to focus on us. That's pretty well the answer to everything in life. Bianca from London. How can I attract money? Here we go. If my partner is extremely negative about money. So slightly different perspective. You are not your partner. You are attracting based on your thoughts and feelings. So if he has a scarcity mindset and you have a wealth mindset, you would attract heaps of money despite him. Work on your mindset. The more abundant, prosperous thoughts you think, the faster you can change your mindset. Jonathan from New York. My question is about taking inspired action. How do you develop intuition or know how to use it to take inspired action? I really like this question. To allow your intuition to come to the fore, you need to quieten your mind, because intuition doesn't come from the mind. It comes from beyond the mind, nor does inspired action come from the mind. So quiet the mind, and when you do, intuition and inspired action will become an absolute force in your life. Ronnie from England. I always seem to get just enough money. That is, I receive just enough redundancy money to buy a new second-hand car when my old one clapped out. I received just enough money to pay off one credit card when I won some money on the bonds. I moved house and had quite a bit of profit, which was spent renovating, and now I'm moving back to the coast and will have spent all my profit on buying and selling my houses, which will leave me with not a loss, but just enough again. On other numerous occasions, I've received tax rebates, etc., which are always just enough to pay for stuff I need, but never that magical surplus amount to make me never have to worry about money for bills, renovations, holidays, gifts, etc. I'm always grateful when I get the money I need, but am I being greedy in wanting that much more? And how do I go about asking for more in the right way? So you are not greedy. Oh my gosh, breaks my heart to even think you would even think you are, Ronnie. You are not greedy. That's absolutely impossible. We're all one, so there's no greedy. Really, I have to say that your mindset just needs a bit of work because you're attracting money, but just not enough. You say you are grateful, but I wonder if you are grateful enough, Ronnie. It's a question, right? Because I don't know the answer. I read heaps of letters where people have problems and they tell me they're grateful. But I know gratitude dissolves all problems. So I would say they're not grateful enough. That's the first piece of advice for you. When I talk about gratitude, this is the level I'm talking about. And I want to really thank you for this question because this is what had me get the answer from above the mind, Imagine that an acquaintance of yours gives you a check for $1 million. And that person tells you that they've seen you struggling and they want to help you get on your feet. In your hand is a check for $1 million. You are holding financial freedom in your hand. And worrying about money is finally something of the past. Just let that sink in and be still with that. You are finally financially free. How grateful are you? Because this is the level of gratitude I'm talking about. This is $1 million check. Pardon me. This is $1 million check of gratitude. So it's like deep, right? If somebody had a health problem and then they imagined that it was just gone just like that, that's the same kind of gratitude I'm talking about, where it's just gone, they're 100% well, whatever they had has disappeared, they're all clear, that level of gratitude. And or even, if you're somebody that is wanting to meet your perfect partner and you imagine that you met your perfect partner and they are not only your perfect partner, they're your dream partner, they're just above and beyond what you could ever have imagined, then how grateful would you be? So I'm just talking about with gratitude, go deep, right? And because we're talking about money today, I want you to do $1 million check of gratitude. Secondly, your mindset is like many people's mindset, a just enough mindset. And you have to turn it into a wealth mindset. It will never do it itself. You have to reprogram your mind, and that takes practice. But believe me, a few months of practice rather than living in lack for the rest of your life is worth every bit of effort. You and everyone else who has written in are the reason I wrote Countdown to Riches. My dream is that you will thrive and put lack behind you for the rest of your life after making the practices in Countdown to Riches habits. But you can start right away by not allowing any thoughts of lack in your mind and do your best to deliberately think thoughts of wealth and riches. Jennifer from Boston. If you could choose one process to change your life from scarcity to wealth, what would it be and exactly how would you do it? Is such a good question, Jennifer. And so I'm going to give you one of the practices from Countdown to Riches that was amazing for me, absolutely amazing. And it is called the Boomerang Effect. And you all know that whatever you send out in thought, word or deed comes back to you just like a boomerang. And when there's strong emotion behind the thought that is sent out, what comes back is multiplied. So I want to tell you a story of something that I did, and I'm just going to try and kind of condense it because I want to keep this live moving along. But I decided to give money away, and I was absolutely broke, and I drew out notes on my credit card, and I walked down the street and I decided I'm going to give this money away to people. As I walked down the street, I looked at each person's face and trying to work out who to give this money to. And as I looked at each person's face, I wanted to give to every single person. I chose for all of those people in Melbourne. I did this on Chapel Street in Melbourne, which is a really, really busy street. I did it on a Friday, so busy on a Friday, full of shoppers. And I would pass like 5 people at a time, and I would look at every single one of their faces and imagine giving each of them the money. And so I actually ended up by only giving money away, $40 to 2 lots of people. But what happened 48 hours later was I received 25,000 or 35, 25,000 in my, 25,000 in my bank account from a place, from something I never imagined, realized, had any clue about. $25,000 went into my account. I was so grateful, so over the moon about that money. Another $10,000 appeared in the next 24 hours. So $35,000 I manifested from that venture going down the street. And this is where the boomerang effect came from. Because today you are going to visualize, well, today, every day I want you to do this actually, until countdown comes out. But today you're going to visualize giving money away to complete strangers. Imagine that you're holding a large handful of $100 bills. Your pockets are also filled with $100 bills. Your bag is filled with $100 bills. So you're not going to run out. With every single person you pass by or connect with, look at their face and imagine giving each of them a $100 bill. Try and do this with as many people as you can, but at a minimum, do it with 40 people in the day. Make sure to do the practice at the one time, only because when you split it up over the day, a concentrated effort, when you have a concentrated effort, helps your depth of feeling. I mean, hey, you could do 50 people in the morning, you could do 50 in the afternoon. That's fabulous. So if you're not in any situation to pass a whole lot of people today, if you're not going to the supermarket or whatever, then do it at the first opportunity where you are among other people. With every single person you pass by or connect with, look at their face and imagine giving each of them a $100 bill. Okay? This is such an incredible practice. Yet billionaires are expert manifestors. Yep, they sure are. They sure are. They sure are. Okay, so there you have it. You have one of the practices. Now, depending on how much you want the money, I would make this a habit. Do you see? If you make it a habit, can you just imagine? You make it a habit that every person, it's really fast in your mind, like seeing yourself giving $100 to every single person you meet. So if I were in your position, I was waiting for Countdown to Riches, I would be doing it every day. Just saying, okay? Danielle from Wisconsin. I've attracted a home, car, and income. That's great, but can't seem to manifest actual cash. I want to manifest money for more savings. I can't seem to maintain being a money magnet. I don't know, Danielle, you're doing really well in manifesting those things. But if you want to manifest more and easily, it means you need to do more practices to solidify your mindset. So to manifest more savings, all you need to do is imagine the number that you want. Make it believable for you, because you can keep increasing it as you go on. But see the number you want to manifest and be the $1 million check grateful, as though you already have the cash you've asked for. So see it in your savings account, right? Just see it. See it in your mind. See it in your savings account. If you can print that out and you can write over it, great. That's really what you need to do. Karen from Boston How do I stop feeling selfish and greedy about asking the universe for money? By realizing that there's only one of us, one being, so how can you be selfish and greedy when there's only one? Who would you be greedy over, right? I know it looks like there's a lot of us, but there isn't. There isn't really. There's no one else but you. I do wish that everybody you would all learn to adore yourselves and know your worth, because you are worth more than all the riches on this planet, believe me. And I'm talking about the living being inside you, that living being inside you. I'm not talking about the body I'm not talking about the personality. I'm talking about the living being that is inside of you, that never dies. So, you are worth more than everything. You're worth all the riches. So you're priceless, Karen. You can never be selfish or greedy. Privash from South Africa. How do I overcome receiving more money, as I believe, for every good you will receive an equal bad. For every good you will receive an equal bad. I feel if I attract more money, I will also attract more pain and suffering. Yikes. That's a belief you need to eliminate. Because if you believe it, you'll create it. I mean, do you think the universe, God, is so mean to give you something and slap your face right after it? Truly? This is a friendly universe. God is all love. And so it's time to start having a relationship with the universe that is based on love. Every day, wake up and know that you are being cared for and guided, and really feel the presence that is with you every second of your life. You tune into that, you will never be afraid of something bad happening. Addie from New Jersey. I'm currently reading and listening to The Secret. I listen in my car and have the book. Every time I listen, I hear something new. My relationship with money stems from ignorance and lack of financial literacy. I avoid checking my bank balance. I dread it, especially after I get paid and pay bills. My gosh, you know what? I understand, because I was there once. I understand. And I'm sure there are many people that can relate to that as well. So is there a positive affirmation or anything I can do to turn my feelings positive? In Countdown to Riches, there's a specific practice to eliminate bad feelings around money and paying bills. And this is definitely for you, for sure. While you're waiting for the book, I want you to do the practice I just shared with Jennifer, okay? It's a lot of fun. Make it a habit in your life. Do it as often as you can. And also increase your gratitude around money to the level I shared earlier, the $1 million gratitude level, and visualizing having plenty of money. In Countdown to Riches, I do over 200 wealth affirmations, which is fantastic. So, but do you know what? If you do gratitude, I'm just trying to think of an affirmation. Money comes to me effortlessly and easily. There's one. You wanted an affirmation, there's one. But truly, if you just do the visualizing down the street and giving $100 away, it's super powerful. Leto from Cyprus. Rhonda, hi. How can you truly believe in your abundance? This is so sweet. When every single month you have to discuss with your other half about shortage of money, payments that need to be made, and other family expenses. Those are things that need to be discussed in order for a family to get through financially. However, by discussing shortage shows you don't have enough money, and by the law of attraction, more circumstances will appear where we will not have enough money. This is an endless cycle. You are spot on. You really understand law of attraction. How can we break that and truly believe that we are financially abundant? You summed it up perfectly. That's exactly how the law works. However, you have to override the monthly talk about finances and the lack of them with imagining abundance more of the time than the time you spend on discussing the lack. So I would say you do your monthly thing, you time it, and then whatever amount of time that is, you multiply that, double it, and then do a rampage of prosperity and abundance. And you know what? If it's only if your husband won't agree to do it, be good if he did it, because it's fun, but just do a rampage of abundance, of as though money was no object and you have plenty of money. I would do that each month. I wrote Countdown to Riches for you, for people that are in your situation. So you have a blueprint and a map to take you right out of this situation. So just take that monthly discussion, pretend you are discussing money coming in as well. You can do that. You could also imagine that you have a secret $1 million stashed away in a secret bank account. And so you're not really bothered about these bills that are appearing. What I did was I made believe. That's what I did. You have to do that. So really measure the amount of time that you talk about the lack, and then turn it around by talking about prosperity and abundance for double the time. And also, can you please do the practice that I gave to Jennifer? It's fantastic. Do it, and you will find your monthly bills reducing. Yes. Remember, the law of attraction doesn't care if what you're thinking or imagining is real or not. It will reproduce it either way. So just use your imagination. Shakshuna from United Kingdom, it's about a job. I'm working at Subway and I want a marketing job. Please tell me how to do that. I hate working at Subway. And all interviews I give come with negative responses. Please guide me. I can guide you. I can tell you exactly what to do. You can't hate your current job and have something better manifest. Full stop. Can't happen. Your hate holds you to your current job, right? Hating it with the strong emotion holds you to it like super glue. So turn your hate into gratitude and look for things to be grateful for at working at Subway. Try and find as many things as you can. Turn that hate around. You can only do it with gratitude. Be grateful for the hours, or be grateful that it's close by, or be grateful that you've met a friend there, or be grateful that you have a job, and be grateful that you've got salary. It might not be the best job, the job that you want, but be super grateful for it. Just find every single excuse you can find to milk gratitude, and then you will see new avenues will open up before your eyes, and before you know it, there you'll be doing marketing. So Laurie from Virginia, you mentioned that prosperity is our birthright and we hold the key to abundance. Probably did mention that. Does this mean we can spend money and not worry? Oh, that's cute. Would not this mindset lead to being irresponsible on spending money? It's a really good question. Thank you for clarifying. This is important for me to understand. It's a good question because it seems like that on the surface, doesn't it? But prosperity is your birthright. You do hold the key to abundance by acquiring a wealth mindset and not a scarcity mindset, okay? You've got to have a wealth mindset, because if you just if you have suffering from lack at the moment, then you have a lackful mindset, then you go and, just don't worry about money and spend all the money. That is not going to turn out well, right? So you have to get your mind, you've got to think thoughts of abundance. With a wealth mindset, you will never, ever take the wrong action around money, such as being irresponsible. Never. Can't happen. And being irresponsible with money happens when you have a scarcity mindset. So, Lily from Melbourne, my hometown. Do you need a job to receive money? No, you do not. You don't. No. Even though it's a world belief, it's not true. It isn't true. But we're in like the doing era, and everybody's like, you got to do. There are people in the world who do not work but have money. So it can't be true. If something's true, it's got to be true for everyone. It can't be true for a whole bunch there, but then not true for these people here. A truth, it's got to be true for everyone. So it is not true. No. Emily from New York, I keep feeling so desperate for money. I grew up working class with a single mom, always having to make ends meet with the money she made, never being enough. Oh gosh, how do I kill this deep feeling of being desperate for enough money? Oh gosh, I feel for you, Emily. You know, you've got to have countdown to riches. It's an awful way to live. I've lived it, guys. I know, but you can change it despite your upbringing. And you know what? Because of your upbringing, you would have an incredibly deep desire, and that desire is a fire. You know, that law of attraction loves that desire. So it's just a program in your mind, and certainly you've been programmed to never having enough, but you can reprogram your mind to more than enough. It takes practice, but in a few months or even 1 year, you can change it and live the rest of your life with more than enough. Now, guys, it took me 1 year to change my mindset from scarcity to wealth, but I'm giving you all the practices I created and did. Eventually, that made it work. I tried so many things that didn't work and would throw them out. I wouldn't see any change. And then I would latch onto something and I would just see money coming in. So what I've done is I've taken the 1 year and I've just collapsed it. Like, I just think it would be, if you did all the practice, like it's 21 days, I mean, it would be amazing. It'd be amazing. You guys have got to do it. I had to teach myself through trial and error, right? You can pick up a book and there the path is laid out for you. I urge you to do it if you're hurting, right? So can we get Emily's details and send her a copy of the book when it's released? Is that possible? Am I asking an impossible question?
No, she would have submitted by the website, or we can find.
Because it's your beginning, Emily.
Is she on Instagram or YouTube?
We don't know right now. We have to look.
It's a pre.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if Emily's listening.
Emily, are you listening?
Where did the?
And
it's not a live question. It came in before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we can find
we can try and find it. Let's just look that up and we'll
okay, it's Emily from New York.
Okay,
Yeah.
We'll have to look that up
Okay.
and see what details we had.
Okay,
And
thank you very much. Guys are going to have to solve it. How do I say that? Aya from Japan. Hi, Aya, welcome. The magic has helped me feel genuinely happier and more grateful. Oh, it's so nice to hear. I've been trying to attract money effortlessly and create a life of freedom, which you deserve, Aya, without ever needing to live the 9-to-5 grind. You can do that too. But lately, more problems keep showing up and I'm feeling drained. Why isn't abundance flowing, even when I'm aligned and grateful? So, are you the $1 million check grateful when it comes to money? That's my...
Emily.
Oh, the Emily's reached out to us?
Looks like it. And also, Jeeves is going to find it.
Oh, great. We've got you, Emily. We've got you.
Instagram.
Tell her to DM.
DM.
Okay.
Emily, DM. It's so good. Countdown to Riches.
And Jeeves.
You're going to love this. Countdown to Riches is the magic and money had a baby. Right? And I know, I can just tell, I can feel you, that you will be a huge success story from this book. In the meantime, I wish I could give it to you now. Look, I wish I could just give it to you now. I really do. But it's November. Time goes quickly. In the meantime, take your gratitude to the $1 million check level and do the Boomerang Effect practice. Mel from Melbourne. How are we going time-wise, guys?
40 minutes.
Okay. So maybe this might be the last one, maybe. Mel from Melbourne. How do I teach my children to have an abundance mindset while also balancing budgets and not spoiling them? I'm so grateful to be able to ask you this question and receive your wisdom and guidance. She's using law of attraction. Be the living example of it, and they will be the living example of it, and they will learn from you. Gratitude is a big one to teach them, But also, can I say, now I'm saying this from a grandparent's perspective, so don't get mad at me, parents. Show me a parent who doesn't spoil their child. I mean, most parents so-called spoil their children. But could it be that we've got it all wrong when we use the word spoil? Is there such a thing, really, if you teach them gratitude and love? Like, I don't know, gratitude and love are really big. And you know what? Spoiling doesn't even come into my life with the grandchildren. The only thing that I say to them is, yes, you can, yes. Okay. And so we're kind of saying that that's it. So I just want to reiterate, Countdown to Riches is coming out in November. Please do the Boomerang Effect practice. It would make me so, so happy if you did that. Take your gratitude up to the $1 million check level. Woo! Yes. Also, I want to thank my team. I want to thank Glenda and Paul, Glenda Bell, Paul Harrington in Australia, and thank here Sky, Byrne, Katie May. I have to say Christian names now. Nick George, who created the front cover of Countdown to Riches, and absolutely all of the amazing, amazing graphics in it.
With Josh.
Yes, and oh yes, with Josh Headland and Sycamore. We've got somebody new in here, and I was like, his name is just like,
beautiful name. What is it?
his name just went with that money, just disappeared like. And I'm trying to do silent cues to my daughter, what's his name, and she's gone. Okay, Sycamore, welcome. And to all the Harper Collins, to all of the languages, to all the publishers who are doing all of the languages, thank you so, so much. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Love all of you guys. Thank you with all my heart for the amazing questions, for joining me on this live, and I hope that it's been of some benefit for you. Thank you. Love you. Mwah. Bye. Thank you for joining the Secret Live Q&A. We are so grateful for your support. For even more life-changing content on the power of manifestation, make sure to subscribe to the Secret YouTube channel and connect with us on your favourite social media platform. Ready to dive deeper into the secret teachings? Visit us at thesecret.tv to explore further. May the joy be with you.